Well, hey there. I'm out here in the area surrounding our cabin picking blueberries, wild blueberries. In this part of the world, a lot of people refer to them as huckleberries, and they're not really a huckleberry, but that's just the local name that people give to them. And one of the reasons I'm out here picking these things is because, other than being really tasty and the fact that we've got a lot of them coming in right now, is I'm getting ready to go on a hot lower Alabama weather bushcraft meetup at a national forest that's a little better than an hour away from here, and that's coming up the second weekend in July. Now, one of the things that I don't want to have to do at this meetup is to do a lot of open fire cooking. I mean, it's hot, and it'll be hot enough without building a fire to cook over. So I'm going to do a minimal fire thing, and as part of getting ready, most of what I take to eat is going to be already prepared. All I have to do is take it out of the cooler and warm it up. And whether I use my little stick stove or my alcohol stove, it'll be an easy thing to do. Now, I picked for a little while, maybe you can see in that can, the blueberries. I'm going to take these inside, and one of the things that we'll do with them is make a calorie dense bread or bannock that I'll make in a little small convection oven in the cabin to take along. I'll probably bake a couple of these loaves for the weekend, and I did some cooking last night, made up some red beans and rice, and it's got some of that good Conecuh sausage in it, and I'll freeze that in containers that are portioned out meal size wise, and go have a good time at a place called Open Pond inside the Conecuh National Forest. And let's take these berries inside, let's get set up and do some baking. Welcome to our little spot in the woods. I'm sitting up on the sink all comfortable, trying to get into a position so that I'm not, here's our little red flag hanging up here. I want to get in a position where I don't have my back to the camera and show you what I'm doing here. I've got my little skillet, cast iron, grease it up good with Crisco. You don't want it to stick. When you take it out of the oven and turn it over, you want it to fall out nicely on its own. I've got a cup of flour, 50-50, half whole wheat and half self-rising plain white flour. It's not plain, it's self-rising. To that I'm going to add some baking powder, about a tablespoon. The white flour doesn't need any kick because it's got the stuff already in it, but the whole wheat is a plain flour.
Here, I'll take that.
There you go. Say hello, Mrs. David Crolick Outdoors.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I'll be the off-camera assistant.
The off-camera assistant to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, now.
And when you fall in the sink, I'll
when I fall
pull you out of there.
You pull me out. Here's a little secret I'm gonna share with you. If you want to make something, whether it's a bread or a cobbler or something, almond extract. Let's put about a quarter of a teaspoon in there. I was about half, but that'll be all right. We'll set that over out of the way. Now, molasses.
Oh, that's the secret ingredient.
Another one of my, I don't like to I don't like to let the cat out of the bag, but we're going to put a couple tablespoons of molasses in there. That's about 1. That's about 2. Oh yeah. And a little bit to grow on. That's good stuff. Now, that molasses is not going to make that bread as sweet as I want it to be. And my dear wife wants me to use this, but I need to finish using this up so it don't go to waste. So I'm going to add another couple tablespoons. That's about 1. And that's about 2. With some of this real cane sugar. Next thing I want to add, give it a little more flavor, some cinnamon. Let's just shake a bunch of that in there. You know, whatever you like, a little bit, a lot. Let's do it. That works. Yeah. And I got to tell you, when I'm doing this kind of thing, no two ever turn out the same. Keeps life interesting that way. Let's put an egg off in there.
Here.
I'll throw it over out of the way. That's a cool little knife that my brother Mitch Davis made for me. Made out of a piece of automotive coil spring. It has curly maple handles. Great little knife. It's sharp too, man. It'll shave hair off your arm. Holds an edge. Let's add something else in there. A little bit of vegetable oil.
Or coconut oil if you rather.
Or coconut oil if you want to be more healthy. That's about a tablespoon. That'll help it out. Have I forgotten anything?
The milk.
Yeah, it's sitting right over there. Ah, I did almost forget something. You got to put salt in bread, folks. If you don't put the salt in there, it just ain't bread. I put about 3/4 of a teaspoon in there. And my measurements now, I learned that from Justin Wilson a long time ago. And they're pretty accurate. Now let's heat this up a little bit. What we want to make is a good batter. Get it started. With a biscuit, and that's basically what Bannock is in my opinion. A biscuit is you need a batter for this kind of a biscuit. You don't want it to be too dry going into the skillet. Mix that around. Get it started. I don't want to put my blueberries in there yet because I don't want to bust them up too bad stirring them around. Got my baking powder. I put all that in there. Making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Now molasses gives it a nice dark color. Now, let's put about a cup. There's about a half a cup. That makes about a cup. Oh heck, why not? Just throw a few more in there. There's plenty left over. Stir those up. Just mix them in there, kind of blend them around so that they're evenly distributed through the batter. All right, let's put this in the old black iron skillet. Don't that look good? You can put all kind of stuff in a Bannock, in a biscuit. You can put some coconut in there. You can, when I don't have the fresh blueberries, I put raisins. Put raisins in there. Whip that around a little bit, settle it. Bump it a little bit. That's ready to go into the little convection oven, and you bake it until it's done. I can't tell you how long that is in your oven. I don't even know how long it is in our little convection oven here in the cabin. I just bake it until it looks like it's done, and generally as it bakes, when it's done, it's shrunk because the liquid has been pulled out of it, absorbed and cooked out, and that loaf will shrink. And you just keep eye on it, and when you think it's right, if you don't know if it's done, stick the toothpick in the middle of it. If it comes out dry, it's like baking a cake or something like that. There's somebody we know says cook a cake. If you want to cook a cake, cook a cake.
You want to cook a cake? Cook a cake.
He's Italian. Italian. We'll be back when this comes out of the oven. Now roll that beautiful bean footage. In this case, Bannock footage. Alright, I pull this thing out of the little convection oven and knock it around a little bit, loosen it up in case it's stuck a little, and then we're going to, isn't that pretty? Then we're going to pull it out. Uh-oh, I got a little corner broke off right there.
I guess I have to eat that piece.
Yeah, but that's okay. And I think the reason that stuck is because of all the blueberries and the extra moisture in there. So I stuck that with a toothpick to make sure my batter was done, and it came out pretty well. Now, that's going to be too hot for me to stick my finger in that skillet, so I'm going to reach over here and get a little bit and a spoon. I'm going to pass that over to Mrs. David Crowley Outdoors.
Ooh, that's steaming hot.
Yeah, let that cool. It'll burn the hair off your tongue. Taste test coming up. See if Mikey likes it. See where it's at right here. I'm going to try that myself.
Good.
That
Not
one?
too sweet.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Delicious.
Folks, for those of you that are just tuning in to our channel, thank you. For those of you that have subscribed to David Crowley Outdoors, that means an awful lot to us. And I think on the back side of this video, I'm going to let this cool. I'm going to wrap it, put it in the freezer, and let it freeze. On the back side of this video, I'm going to do a video on what I'm taking with me gear-wise to do this hot weather bushcraft meetup and weekend camp. So look forward to doing that, and be looking for that coming up in the next few days. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one.